pot of spaghetti out of the refrigerator and using the really huge utensil, taking big scoops out of the pot onto your plate, where your dad said, "I think that's enough, Amber." That's my first memory of you.
Hello. It's ready. 534.6 pounds.
Ooh. So I have this weird thing where I have to mop with my pants off. If you're ready to bring me the coffee ice cream instantly. My mom's mental health has been like in a Like, this is supposed to be Vlogmas, but I feel like it's like I have to prove everyone wrong, miss. I am single. I, Amberlynn Reid, am not dating Emily. I am single. That's not a lie. Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing another Wifey era retro react. This is the third installment. I'm really excited. I loved the comments that you guys left. They were very helpful for me. I just couldn't remember if Jade had actually moved in by this point, but I was skimming ahead while I was recording the vlogs that we're going to be looking at today, and I did start to get my memory jogged because of course I was watching, you know, like Jordy at the time, probably just him, and then Bottle, Beanbag, and a Curry, you know, the core three, if you will, but also the people who commented, thank you so much for jogging my memory. Somebody pointed out the fact that Amber hung up pictures, which are pictures. Pictures. She hung up some pictures. So yeah, that honestly should have given it away to me, that the fact that Wifey has already moved in. Either she's visiting or she's moved in. It's kind of blurred together for me because I know that she works from home, so I think there was a period of time where she was just there and visiting, quote unquote, but it was just a trial run to move in, and then I think she just ended up staying at a certain point. I could be wrong. Maybe she just moved there outright after the initial visit, or maybe that was her moving in. I also wanted to mention, before I forget, when you see the date in the corner of the video, that is the upload date. We all know Amber pre-films, but I'm going based off of the upload date just to make things simple. Also, I'm well aware that my audio could be better, you know, over time it will improve, I'll get a better microphone, but when it comes to the audio in the videos, that is just beyond my control. Sometimes when it downloads, I feel like the audio changes a little bit in quality, or the pitch changes, but the strange thing is, even though I'm using the same software, that doesn't happen every time, so I don't know. You just get Amber how she comes. We're grateful and we're blessed to even have this footage of her at the end of the day. All right, well, let's get right into it. Hey guys, welcome to a new vlog. Oh my god, she looks so much skinnier. I wonder what she would weigh right now if she had stayed on track back then. So, as you guys can tell, I'm wearing the same outfit as my weigh-in video because I'm filming these on the same day. Wow, here I am giving Amber credit for not being a lazy sack of and she won't even put in the effort to change her outfit. She's infamous for doing this, where she'll film multiple videos in one day and just change her outfit. Are you telling me that she just doesn't care enough to change? She's like, yeah, I'm filming this the same day, I'm not changing, bruh. So I actually just got done editing my weigh-in video, so you guys have already seen that. If you haven't, definitely go watch. It was the last video I uploaded, besides this one, obviously. I've also been doing some journaling.
Oh my god, what is that? Oh my god, what is that?
I did put a bunch of stickers on here. I literally don't know why, but I'm so happy I did. Honestly, if it's anyone other than Amber, I don't care when somebody does childish stuff like this, no matter what age you are, really. It's just the fact that we know things about her and what goes on in her private relationships, and then you see her doing childish like this. It's like, dude, this is a psycho. I have journaled more than half of this book, and there is so much tea in here that you guys just like wouldn't even know what to do with yourself. I just have so much fun journaling my thoughts and my feelings and things that I do throughout the day. I have actually been daily journaling since June 18th, and I have not skipped a single day. I love how Amber treats her journals like the Library of Alexandria, like something super sacred that could be lost to time, but she was brave enough to write it all down
So I'm pretty happy about that I've actually been following through on it. So if you guys remember in my last vlog that I uploaded, I bought this Lego set. Oh my gosh, she's so heavy. I love Harry Potter and I love Lego, so put them both together. And I want to give you guys a little update on it. Okay, are you guys ready for this? I don't know if you are. No one cares! Yet completed it, but we're close. We have started on Hedwig, the owl in Harry Potter, and we have done.
Man, Wifey must have been a really big Harry Potter fan because this is excessive.
So much fun. Candle of the day today is Sweater Weather, which is one of my most favorites. And if anyone's curious, this is where I weigh myself in my kitchen. I am convinced Rarity thinks that this is her bed. She owns it now. Hi, baby girl. Hi.
That's such a weirdly passive-aggressive thing to say about a pet. Like, oh, she must think this is her bed. Yeah, it's a cat, Amber. She's gonna go wherever she wants, duh.
I love you. So I'm just in the middle of doing laundry. Gotta put my clothes in the dryer. When I tell you I do a few loads a week, I'm not lying.
Yeah, that's normal. So for you to point it out and say it so frankly, yeah, you're being dishonest.
I'm one of those people who only use a towel one time after shower.
I'm gonna be honest and vulnerable. I'm the opposite of that. I'll use a towel maybe 25 times. Okay, that's a little excessive, but I'll use it, 15 times. To hear that she's only using the towel once pisses me off because it's so wasteful. That uses up way more water. But I'm thinking, okay, is she saying that because she thinks it's some sort of flex? Like, oh, I'm too good to reuse a towel. I need it to be fresh and warm out the dryer. Does she mean it like that? Or alternatively, is she so nasty and gross and leaving behind, let's just say, residue that one might find on a washcloth? Is she leaving behind choker cheese when she uses a bath towel, and that's the reason why she thinks, oh, it's normal to use it one time after showering? I'm one of those people. Yeah, probably because you can't reuse the towel. Otherwise, you'll give yourself cellulitis.
So I can't quite remember if I've ever had these before, so I want to do a little taste test because I do not remember having them. So I'm going to have a serving. A serving is 28 grams. All right, 4 pieces is 70 calories. All right, here we go. The taste and the texture, amazing. If I was rating this out of 5 stars, I'd give it 5 stars.
Ew, that's how you know her taste buds are cooked.
Okay, you guys, so I have an underwear haul. So these underwears are from Torrid. I think they're super cute. I have a lot of underwear and I feel like I can't stop buying underwear because Torrid makes the cutest underwear.
Oh Lord, here we have Freaky Lynn coming out to play. I have no evidence to support this other than my own intuition, but I have a feeling the only reason she did this, besides like stretching out her content, because I think she already showed us that she made a purchase that included an underwear, but she didn't actually show the underwear. I think that she's only doing this because she's so freaked out. She's Freaky Lynn, and she wants Wifey to hear her from the other room. Like, oh yeah, I'm doing an underwear haul. I hope that doesn't make you feel some type of way, listening to me, a dainty little girl, talking about my undies. Like, I think that's what she's going for.
I know there are people watching me right now who have a hard time finding underwear that are also my size. Trust me, I've been there. So I just want to let you know, Torrid does have 6X underwear. So I got this really cute black pair that says meh all over them, a pink pair with super cute candy canes and lace at the top. Christmas is coming and I am pumped. Another pair of Christmas underwear. This is actually my favorite pair that I got. Red with green and white candy canes, some lace on top. I definitely needed a plaid moment. Again, more lace on top. I love me some lace. I promise I'm not a crazy cat lady, but do I dare say we have more lace, a pink pair with cats on them. So I decided to be a little more provocative. These are black lace that are see-through. So the last pair is also another provocative pair. They're red, kind of silky with some lace. So now I'm gonna go take my tent size underwear and put them away. Twinkie, sorry, it's just a little girl that I never seen before in my life. I love you. Kisses. You wanna play? Look at you. Oh, you. What are you doing? This is my little baby. Twinkle, twinkle, little stars. You wanna play? You. The zoomies. The zoomies.
Amber probably does that like once a month and then says to herself, that's enough exercise for Twinkie. That'll wear her nails down.
Okay, you guys, so it is the next day. It is a no makeup type of day. It is a greasy hair moment. Tomorrow is... There's an actual ghost. Tomorrow is hair washing day, so I'm pumped for that. I wanted to show you guys something that came in the mail. So I wanted to start over with my dishes, kind of something more that's like my style. So it came with some cups. It came with 6 of them. I did get these from Amazon. They are marble porcelain. Look at that. 6 of these small plates, 6 of the medium plates. Look at all that styrofoam. Ugh, it's just like sticking on it. 6 of obviously like the bigger plates. Isn't this so cute? Like the marble, the unique little squiggly moment. And it came with 6 of these like bowls. They're very shallow bowls, which I honestly love.
Oh my god, dude. Look how big those are. Especially when she holds it up to her head. They are bigger than her head. Those are serving dishes, girl. Those are not for your personal serving. Those are family-sized serving trays.
It looks like a disease. Ugh. This styrofoam is everywhere. Okay, you guys. So we're currently in the office. And I wanted to show you my gallery wall. I am very proud of it. Here it is. Look. It's so cute. So just to give you guys a closer look, this is the picture from a subscriber, so thank you so much. It goes perfect up here. And then here are the other photos. Got all the prints online.
Again, this is the most sad millennial gray gallery wall I've ever seen in my life, but I will admit, this photo of the nuns smoking cigarettes goes so hard. I love it.
Just bought my own picture frames, and that's that. Over here we have gold clock, Amazon, gold light, also Amazon. The Lego I did, little decorations. This is where Twinkie lays when I'm in the office, and then just some pillows right here. So that is how the corner looks. Right there I just have some earrings that I have to put away. Let me close this. Okay. So I have a new YouTube schedule, which you can see right here. Monday, vlog.
Oh my god, Amber, I do not fucking care about your schedule. She's only talking about this because she literally has nothing else to talk about. Nobody cares.
So Tuesdays Let's Talk is just a way for me to communicate with you guys again, since I will no longer be doing a live stream. So what I'm going to do is on Monday night, I'm going to be posting on my community post here on YouTube, and I'm going to give you guys the opportunity to ask questions or to give me topics to talk about.
The way she's phrasing this. Oh my gosh, really, Amber? You're gonna give us the opportunity to give you ideas as to what to talk about? Wow. That is so generous of you.
When it comes to whatever topic you guys are asking me about. But if it's anything that's like demeaning, I will pass it and I will not even engage. I also want to mention that these vlogs probably aren't going to be as amazing as like the last 5 that I've done. I feel very, very proud, especially like the last 2 I've done, because now that I will be uploading 5 times a week, I'm going to be focusing on those videos as well. And on top of that, it's going to be 2 vlogs per week. So
wow, 5 videos per week? She was really trying to get her money up, huh? I mean, I don't really want to give or like sound like I'm trying to give Amber credit, but I think with the influence of Wifey and the fact that she did work from home, so it's like, okay, Amber, go off and do your own thing, like, don't bother me. I think that's why we're seeing her, you know, build so many Legos and stay so busy during the day, cleaning and such. Not just because she's trying to impress Wifey, but because she probably needed things to preoccupy her while she waited for Wifey to be done working.
hey guys, welcome to a new vlog. So I am just getting ready for the day. I just did my makeup.
Why, when she does her makeup, does she make it seem like it takes her more than an hour to do so? I know she does a wing, but she's done it so many times, I bet it's quick, right? I don't do eyeliner usually when I do my makeup, so my makeup takes me maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
Now I'm about to straighten my hair. I did want to talk to you guys a little bit. So with these vlogs, I also want to take the opportunity to share a bit more about like my weight loss journey instead of just sharing it in a weigh-in video once a week. As you guys know, I weigh myself daily and I'm currently frustrated. I know a lot of people say don't weigh in daily because it frustrates you because of fluctuations.
All right, when it comes to everybody loses weight differently, I don't disagree with that. And I know that Amber does have her lymphedema, lipedema, whatever, which can definitely affect weight loss. But at Amber's size, we're all well aware that she really shouldn't be hitting a plateau. And the only reason that she would be frustrated is if she is hitting a plateau, you know? Why are you frustrated if you're being successful?
But I do take my overall weekly weight loss Wednesday to Wednesday, and that's really what I focus on. But I'm just frustrated because in the past, when I was on track, I would lose weight so quickly. Like, I would lose over a pound a day. And now it's like, I only lose point something, or like I gain a pound when I was on track. And I'm just really starting to get into my head about it all. Like, I can without a doubt say I've never wanted to lose weight more than I want to lose weight right now. There's just so much that I want to do in my life. My weight is what is holding me back from doing those things.
We know now that her and Wifey were going back and forth about polygamy, and they had their own issues going on behind the scenes, but there's still a large part of the Wifey era that is shrouded in mystery, and maybe that's why it appeals to me. I theorize that ultimately, this is controversial. I'm just kidding. It really isn't a hot take, but I think that if she would have lost weight, they would have stayed together. So hearing Amber say this is sad because, yeah, if you would have lost weight and taken it seriously, you wouldn't have lost this person. I think that Wifey was her best partner.
I just, in general, want to be a happier person, a healthier person. I know weight loss can't cure everything, but it could definitely help. Do you guys see the waviness in my hair? Y'all really think that I be braiding my hair, and I promise you that is not the case.
Yeah, that would take too much effort.
I literally just got out of the shower, did my makeup, I let my hair air dry. So I'm gonna continue straightening my hair, and I will catch up with you guys when I am done. Okay, so hair is straightened. I am ready for the day. So I'm actually spending the weekend at some friend's house, and they do not want to be on YouTube, which I totally understand. So what I'm gonna try doing, because I am vlogging now, I'm gonna do like a montage moment where I'm just gonna show little glimpses.
Well, clearly she's going to take Wifey to meet, or Wifey's taking her to meet Eric and Ricky. But what I don't get is, like, why don't they want to be in the public eye anymore? I know that it's not for everybody, but I just can't picture Eric and Ricky not wanting to be on camera. Obviously, Wifey doesn't want to be seen, but that does not mean that she can't show Eric and Ricky. It's just such a strange situation.
It's not going to be much of anything. It's more so just chilling at their house. We are doing like a potluck moment, so I might show that. I don't really know. So what I am taking with me, makeup, mirror, bag with underwear, toiletries, you know, important feminine things. And then this is all my clothes, obviously. Purse moment here. I actually do not care for this purse. I used to be purse obsessed, and I think I've come to terms that I'm just not no more.
Oh my god, you can't make this up. She goes on a little road trip, and of course she has to sightsee at a grocery store. That's on Amber's list, of course. Why am I surprised? This season is packed full of subliminal messaging. Where's she at? The ramen aisle. Wifey's favorite food, ramen.
Hey guys, so the weekend has been over. Today's actually Monday. I literally got no footage of the weekend, really. That's okay. We did go to an Asian market, and I did get some clips, as you guys saw. I do have a little Asian market haul that I will be putting in this vlog. Right now, I'm actually about to go to storage because it's time for me to get some coats. I just have like these 2 jacket thingamajiggers. It's getting cold out, so I might get my Christmas decor out of storage. I'm not really sure. Okay, so just got back from storage. I have 7 boxes that were in there.
Well, if somebody wasn't convinced before that Wifey was definitely there, yeah, Amber's not the one moving all them boxes.
Majority of it is Christmas decorations. I also have some like jackets and purses. I'm not sure what's in here. I know those are like journals and books, some Halloween decor, but what is in here? I feel like it's probably more Christmas. Oh, I was right. What about down in here? Yep, Christmas. So I'm making coffee, and it's that time to refill the coffee container.
Wow, riveting.
I find it so satisfying. Okay, so we're gonna do a quick haul real quick. I got some miso ramen, udon, then a hot and spicy flavor. I also got a chicken flavor, hot and spicy Japanese noodle, sriracha lobster. This is like a coconut drink. I'm not very sure about it, but we'll see. I got some crickets because I might want to try this in a vlog.
Oh my god, the
A
crickets.
stir-fried basil meal kit, and then a red curry meal kit. This fellow right here, it is filled with like little jelly thingies. I tried one and absolutely hated it. I love the
One of the reasons why Amber will never lose the weight that she wants to lose is because she is enamored with food. Not just eating it, but talking about it, looking at it, discovering it. Like when, who was it? I think Wraith. When Wraith said that all Amber talks about is food when they were fighting on You Now or whatever. I believe it because all Amber talks about is food and dieting and new food and let's try this. I'm scared. It makes me nervous. She is enamored with food and that's one of the reasons she'll never lose weight. When I'm on a diet, the last thing I want to even think about is food because it could trigger me. But Amber, on the other hand, is still obsessed with food.
You guys, I'm doing Freshly again.
Bro.
This is not sponsored, do not worry.
Why would that worry me?
So I did do Freshly and it helped a lot with my weight loss back then. I wanted to show you guys what meals I got. They're literally chef cooked meals delivered fresh.
Thanks, Amber. I was actually wondering what that said.
And you get them the day after they were shipped. So I got 2 beef broccoli bowls. Nutrition facts are on the back. Also the ingredients. And there's a date used by. Got grilled za'atar chicken, harvest time chicken risotto, steak peppercorn. Actually got 2 of the grilled za'atar.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with some convenience meals. I basically survive off of frozen meals and fast food, unfortunately, right now. But when I was in college and I basically didn't have a job, I didn't have a place I needed to be, I cooked so much. I would cook maybe 3 times a day, if not more. So I just find it incredible that Amber stays home all the time and she's still so lazy that she won't cook cooked meals, as she says, because you're home and you have nothing else to do.
So it is the end of the vlog. I feel like this vlog was super boring. I do apologize. Before I go, I do want to give you guys an update on my Lego moment. I called him Hedwig and y'all came for me, and you're right, it's Hedwig. I apologize. So here he is so far.
The permanent frown is crazy.
Wait. Is Hedwig a girl? Hold on. I'm having a moment right here. I'm Googling this information.
And filming it for some reason.
I see tomorrow's hair washing day. Is Hedwig a female or male? Harry's owl Hedwig is a 2-foot tall snowy owl. Portrayed as a female, it's actually a male. You can tell because it's pure white. Wow, so we just got a biology lesson. I love that. Wait, would that be biology or science?
I'm trying so hard not to fall for the rage bait, guys.
In there. I like giving you guys Lego updates. So it is time for comment of the day. Comment of the day comes from Madeline Q. You have a great eye for decor. Love it. Also, I'm living for the Twinkie star comment. I'm not sure what Twinkie star comment, but it seemed like you guys really enjoyed seeing Twinkie play in the last vlog, which I love that. And thank you for the compliment.
Look at her expression. It's almost like she's disappointed she didn't get a hate comment because now she doesn't have the opportunity to correct somebody.
I have had a few people ask how I choose comment of the day. I literally, it's just the first comment I get in the random comment generator. That is the one that I choose just because I feel like it's fair. Anyways, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. To the first Let's Talk video.
Ooh, I recognize this one. I'm excited.
So for this video, every Tuesday, I literally just want it to be chill, just want to be able to sit down, talk to you guys, still communicate. But every Monday night, I will be posting on my community tab here for you guys to just give me topics or questions that you want me to talk about. I just really want to feel connected to you guys because I know during my live streams, I was able to bond. I just really want to be able to communicate with you guys because during my live streams, I was able to kind of form a communication between all of us. And I honestly love that. So before we get started, I do have some scratches right here. I have no idea what happened. Trust me, I know your heads are going to go first, but I literally woke up one morning just a few mornings ago and I had welts, like scratches on me. And I don't have nails. It wasn't from me. And I know it wasn't from Twinkie because she doesn't just like scratch up on me. So I have no idea.
Well, let me get this straight. So she woke up, meaning she went to bed, she went into her bed, and then got out of bed and realized she was covered in bite marks. Bro, she's never beating the bed bug allegations. She's not even coming up with an excuse this time. She's just saying, yeah, honestly, I have no clue. I went to bed, and then when I woke up, I had all these bites all over me. Yeah, I wonder what that is, Amber. Nasty.
Okay, so let's get into what you guys want me to talk about. So if I don't feel comfortable talking about something, I simply won't. But I feel like for the most part, I'm pretty open book without getting like too personal. Like I have shared medical records before on here. That won't be happening. All right, so here's the first one. Guys, we all know she won't talk about Wifey. She's never going to address Wifey unless she gets caught on camera by accident or something. Until then, it's just a cat changing the fire alarm battery and a friend driving her around.
Everything I'm about to say may be redundant to some of you, but when I didn't have a channel and I was witnessing this wordplay she's using, I was banging my head against the wall, metaphorically, out of frustration. The way that people misunderstood what she was saying, the way some reaction channels interpreted it. I'm not saying I'm better than anybody, but I immediately could tell that she was playing this stupid, weaponized language game that she loves. Now stick with me. Every point she makes, I'm gonna do a little note on the side of at least my interpretation and the way that she's kind of telling the truth, but obviously lying in a sense, a lie of omission. She's essentially going to say true statements that she has twisted to suit her narrative about Wifey.
Okay, Wifey no longer exists. Wifey is a thing in the past. We do still talk. I am dating someone. I remember I told you guys that I was talking to someone. Now we have officially started dating, and now we're local. So they're here a lot of the time.
To this day, it drives me crazy when people say that she lied about Wifey being Feline and she tried to introduce this new person. On the surface level, maybe, but if you really, really examine her words, especially under the microscope of Amberology, you can see that she's saying true statements and just kind of twisting it to suit her story. So, yeah, I think that technically speaking, this is the truth, but we all know that she's being deceptive on purpose.
Well, let's say the part about the fire alarm and the friend driving me around. You guys have to realize, like, I'm not alone 24/7. Like if I was alone all the time, I would go literally insane. I have friends, I have people in my life, and it's just like speculation regarding anything. It's just crazy. Just accept that I do have a girlfriend now. Will I be showing her on camera? No. I just feel like right now the safest thing to do is just don't talk about my relationship. I know I just said I'm an open book and I feel like I'm contradicting myself, but I just think there's a fine line between things that I should share and things I shouldn't share. I'm just kind of tired of bringing people on my channel and them like getting their life ruined.
The funniest thing about this is the fact that Amber herself is the one that actually doxed Wifey's full name based on her live stream titles. Most of us know, I'm not even really gonna say it since it's obvious that Jade doesn't want to be part of Girl World, but Amber is the one that actually blew her load and exposed her full name.
It creates an uncomfortable dynamic between me and the person. This has happened quite a few times in the past, and I feel like I want to do everything I can to protect the people I care about. Okay, so next question. I'd like to know if you're going to hang out with any of the people you're friends with again. Are any of them ever going to be featured in vlogs? Destiny and Dana, Eric and Ricky, and what about Becky? Okay, so Destiny and Dana, I don't think they will ever be on vlogs again. Will I hang out with them? Eventually, I honestly haven't seen them in so long. I just know they're super busy, and I feel like our lives have kind of just grown apart, if you will.
Well, this season, Destiny will be featured, trust and believe, just not in the way that Amber is thinking.
It's like the situation where you're so close to people and then just slowly drift apart. It happens. There doesn't have to be like always some drama with it or anything like that. As for Eric and Ricky, I hang out with them frequently, but not as often as I think we'd all like. We do live kind of far from each other. Will I ever be in vlogs? No. I also do hang out with Becky as well. Will she ever be in my videos? No. A lot of people have speculated that we just like don't want to talk about each other in videos, and honestly, it's true. We have noticed that there are a big, large group of people who kind of want to pin Becky and I against each other. And Becky and I feel like it's just appropriate that we stay off of each other's channels. We don't talk about each other. So I feel like this is probably going to be one of the very last times that I do mention her. But I do want to make it very known that I love Becky. I care about her tremendously. She was in my life for so long. I really do consider her family, and she has a piece of my heart. I really don't want anything to come between me and her, and I know she feels the same way. So best option is just stay off of each other's channel.
Let me help you out, Amber. Well, simply put, now that Amber doesn't have anything to hold over Beck's head, Beck has officially escaped and is slowly losing all of the MK Ultra brainwashing that Amber put on them. Becky's realizing that Amber is a POS. As such, you can imagine that their friendship is deteriorating.
She's only going to answer the questions like, what makeup do you wear? What's your favorite color? Do you like sushi? So I'm not trying to do that, but you know what? I'm gonna answer those 3 questions. So
You go, girl. Prove the haters wrong.
Better Than Sex mascara. I've been loving me a pink lip lately. Love a winged eyeliner moment, and my preferred method of doing so is a liquid eyeliner. As you guys can tell, I'm barefaced. I'm trying to be a little bit more barefaced because the last few months I have worn makeup almost every single day. My face started getting so dry and splotchy. It just wasn't okay. So I'm trying to moisturize my face. I'm trying to use a medicated like lotion type style. It is working. I'm just not used to putting stuff on my face unless it's makeup, so this is very different for me. But yeah, I'm just letting my face breathe and do its thing for a little bit. What's my favorite color? I love a green moment.
Dude, it's almost scary how much of a chameleon she is. Wifey's favorite color is emerald, and suddenly Amber likes green. Dude, what the fuck?
A conversation among your haters. Either way, it entices engagement, and that's ultimately what any/all YouTubers want. Enlightening us on your perspective is much appreciated. So I wanted to read the comments underneath that, and I found this one. I could see it. The mispronouncing words thing and general ditziness could be legit, but it does kind of come off that way. Not talking smack. A lot of women do it. I've done it before. Not on YouTube though. Marilyn Monroe was famous for it. Someone else said, I don't think she's pretending to be that stupid. I think it was real. Okay, so to answer the question, I do not dumb myself down on purpose. I don't mispronounce words on purpose. There has been so many times in so many situations where I say or do something where people are like, oh my gosh, she's trolling, or she's trying to be quirky and cute. And I'm over here just genuinely like, no, that's really me. And yes, it does cause more engagement because people love watching someone who's kind of like, as this person said, stupid. But the engagement and the stupidity is definitely just happening naturally because I'm not like forcefully trying to come off as dumb.
Again, she's playing with words here. I believe her when she says that a lot of the time she doesn't do that on purpose because it is genuine. Genuinely? Yeah, of course. And I mean, even myself, there have been several times recording just recently where I say the wrong word or I use the wrong word or I'll mispronounce words all the time. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. That's gonna be almost like Amber is rubbing off on me. She kills my brain cells. However, the distinction that she's not explaining is the fact that when she does mispronounce stuff on purpose and when she does play dumb, that's trolling. In her mind, she calls that trolling. So since that wasn't outlined in the question, she's not even going to mention it.
So someone said the accurate amount of calories you eat. No way you're eating 1,600 and not losing weight. So this is frustrating. I have kind of questioned if I should see a doctor because I'm not lying about what I'm eating. I am counting 1,600 calories and I'm not losing weight as quickly as you think someone would as at my size. There have been multiple times where I have literally bawled my eyes out because I am so frustrated because I'm trying so hard to lose weight. And I just find it really freaking ironic that for the first time, I'm so passionate about losing weight. Like, I can't even put it into words. My body is just not cooperating because I'm doing everything I can in my power and adjusting. I'm trying to figure my body out and see kind of like what it wants from me. Like, how do I lose weight? Like, body, what do you want me to do? I am literally trying everything. And it does hurt. It hurts so bad to see comments where people like, she's still eating 4,000 calories a day when I'm just over here like, you guys, these things are not true. It makes me feel like something is thoroughly wrong with my body and it actually kind of starts to freak me out.
Don't you guys get it? Her body is just so unique and different. She doesn't lose weight like the rest of us. Give her a break.
Someone wants to know non-scale victories, ones you've hit already and ones you're looking forward to / are working towards now. So this is going to sound so weird, but a huge non-scale victory for me is singing in the shower. So when I go back and I think of 2019, I really could barely shower if I'm being 100% honest with you guys. My legs would literally shake while I was in the shower. I couldn't shower for more than 2 minutes. My breathing was as if I just ran 100 miles. It was honestly so bad. And it's like the fact that I'm not exaggerating, I told to which I was, just goes to show like how freaking unhealthy I was. When I tell you my breathing was so bad, I like couldn't even say one word without gasping for air. I had to wait to wash my hair on different days because I couldn't even wash my whole body and my hair at the same time because I literally could not stand in the shower for more than 2 minutes. Now, I shower peacefully. There's no out of breath. There's no pain. There's no discomfort. I'm able to stand there and let the water fall over me while I'm belting my lungs out without feeling like I'm out of breath at all in the slightest. I know that sounds like so weird and a lot of you are like, really? But when I tell you the changes in my breathing and in my stamina have completely shocked the shit out of me, I'm being 100% genuine.
Present day, she's essentially the same weight that she was during bedbound era, if not more currently. So I wonder who's washing. Is Mama Lynn washing her hair? She's not doing all the things that she claims she's doing. Amber kind of shot herself in the foot here by admitting like, oh yeah, this was going on and this was going on, like coming clean, because she doesn't know it yet, but she's going to make the opposite of progress. She's going to progress her way 6 feet under. So now that we know what she faces when she's a certain weight, we know that right now her mobility is.
Someone said, I think they'll know that anything the audience really wants to know will be ignored / overlooked. Instead, we will be told who her celebrity crushes, favorite holiday, favorite movie or TV show, etc. Same old, same old. I'm really trying hard to answer questions that you guys truly want answered. I think what's frustrating is I feel like a lot of people aren't going to accept my answer. But now that we're here, I would love to.
Oh my god, we're skipping this part. You're so annoying, Amber. You already read this question, essentially.
Next question is, where did Wifey learn to edit? Good job. So this is funny. No one is editing for me. I've always known how to edit. I just chose not to do it majority of the time. You can go back and find videos where I had a wild hair up my butt and I did decide to edit a lot. It's just I feel motivated to edit now. I have fun doing it. I don't want YouTube to feel like a chore because honestly, for a long time, it did feel that way. But now I'm finding joy in it, and that's why
He's taking it like the ultimate compliment that the editing is so good, but it honestly is mediocre.
That is it for the topics. I hope that you guys did enjoy this. Like I said, I just wanted to be super casual on Tuesdays. I feel like through all of the years I've been on YouTube, there's always like a few hot topics that people won't stop talking about when it comes to my life or just like general questions that they're super curious about. And it kind of goes through waves and it's like just a cluster of things that people like speculate, etc., etc. So I feel like these Tuesdays will actually be really good for that, to like talk about them. So yeah, hopefully I can be some really good white noise for a lot of you. But either way, I hope that you guys did enjoy this video and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Welcome to a new Wednesday weigh-in video. Forewarning, this week has been bad.
Wow, what a great way to start.
So continue watching if you guys want to know why it's been bad. I will be talking about my daily weigh-ins, how my week went in that regard. I'll also be answering you guys' 3 weight-related questions. So the first question is, do you ever feel detached from the scale? Currently, no. I feel like the scale has become my best friend, but also my enemy. And I know for some people that's like a bad way of thinking and seeing it, but I feel like the scale is just another one of my motivators. In the past, I was completely detached from the scale. I really feel like I went through a body moment. Like I would see the number on the scale and like I honestly couldn't process how big I was. But then if I saw myself in Eric's YouTube videos, or if I saw myself in a picture, or even just like walking by a mirror, I was like, what? Especially when it was photos, because how I looked wasn't how I felt.
Obviously, I'm not a professional. These are my opinions, not facts. Go buy a Kermit, whatever. But in my opinion, I think that this isn't so much as a body thing. I'm censoring it because YouTube is weird, but I think it's actually a narcissism thing. I don't know exactly how to describe it other than the fact that I think that Amber's perception of reality is the truth. It's the divine truth, kind of like how her journals are the divine truth of reality. I think what she decides, kind of like Thanos with the reality stone, that's true. That's real life. So she, of course, could have an element of unawareness. I think anybody would experience that if you got to an astronomical size. But I think her primary issue is that she just is deep down a size 2 in LA. And all of this that we see is a facade because she's a skinty girl deep down.
So I feel like being detached from the scale had a big role in like the body part of me. I felt smaller than what I was, and I think that was detrimental to progress or any progress that I could have made, because sometimes I felt like I didn't have a problem. I was definitely completely delusional, and I'm just really glad I'm out of the delusional state. Next question is, do you exercise? I do exercise. It's not something that I have talked about. I think it's mainly because I didn't want to talk about it until I've been doing it long enough to talk about it. I know there have been a lot of times in the past where I like work out for like 1 or 2 days. I'm just like, oh my god, look at me, a gym rat.
Okay, see, that's funny. Look at me, a gym rat. I think that's why I like this era also, because Wifey seems to be a very educated, self-aware person, and it rubbed off on Amber.
I always ended up, quitting my little exercise moments. But this time I do exercise every day. My exercises consist of walking and stairs. I would like to show myself doing the stairs in an upcoming vlog. I think it would be motivating and inspiring for a lot of you to see, because again, there are a lot of you who watch my videos who are also the same size as me. And I just want to let you guys know that I come from a place of where I was practically bedbound, couldn't even walk for a minute. And now I'm walking for 30 minutes at a time and doing 4 to 6 flights of stairs. Is it hard? Yes. Does it feel like sometimes I'm not going to make it out alive? Yes. But I do it, and the satisfaction afterwards feels amazing.
With the cushioning of context, yes, of course, that would be inspiring for anyone that had somehow found themselves in the situation that she did. But since it's Amber, it's just so dystopian and unrealistic and delusional to imagine anyone on the face of this accursed earth seeing Amberlynn and going, oh my god, she's so inspiring. The only person that does that is Amber herself.
I truly hope to just get better and better at this point. I notice the more I walk and the more I walk up the stairs, it all just becomes so much easier. I will say though, I hate exercising, but I do it and I'm motivated to do it. And I have people around me who are like supporting me and egging me on and telling me you can do this. So as much as I hate it, I also love it. Does that make sense? Okay, so the last question is, do you feel audience pressure can sometimes mess up your weight loss progress? So I felt like this was a really good question. I feel like people's mental state can play a big role in whether they lose weight or gain weight. I know for me, now that I'm happier, I feel like striving to lose weight has become so much easier. But back when I was super depressed, it was like losing weight was always put on the back burner. I was never like inspired or determined at all. I know I have a lot of different people following me, a lot of people who support me and love me, a lot of people who hate me or just dislike me and the decisions that I've made in the past or present. But when I talk about this next situation, I am not trying to group you all together. I am just trying to group together the people who have made me sometimes question if I like truly hate myself. There has been situations and moments in my YouTube career, if you will, where the comments have mentally destroyed me. And during that process of me being just super destroyed, for the lack of a better word, I turned to food. I felt super broken, and for some reason food put me back together. Situations like that also happened when I was younger, like my parents arguing, me being in foster care, feeling super alone, living with strangers in children's shelters. All of that also made me turn to food. I have very bad coping mechanisms, so I'm not blaming anybody, not blaming y'all, not blaming the rude comments, not blaming my parents. I am blaming myself, because when you get put in a situation, you need to learn how to handle that situation in healthier ways. So I feel like because I grew up not really coping in the right way, I still, as a 30-year-old woman, have very bad coping skills. And I know a lot of y'all see that, and that's why you guys constantly tell me to get a therapist, and don't worry, it's happening.
This is how you can tell that Amber deep down doesn't want to actually make a change in her life, because she's spitting the straight facts. And it makes me wonder how many people kind of jumped into girl world during this time and they thought, wow, she's really getting her life together. But all of us know that this is just a phase of the cycle. She denies it coming up here, but it was just a phase of the cycle.
But to answer your question, yes, I feel like audience pressure and comments and the things that are said to me have in the past messed up my weight loss progress. But you know what? I'm not going to let that be a crippling thing for me anymore. I am going to use these hate comments, and I'm going to use the positive comments to continue to motivate me to better myself. Okay, so now time for the weigh-in. I am dreading this part.
Here we go. This is the real reason why she's on her best behavior and being all self-aware. She was naughty and gained weight.
So before I get to the weigh-in, I know a lot of people believe in the Amberlynn cycle, and I want to let you guys know it's no longer a thing. What I am currently about to share with you guys regarding my weigh-in is strictly me as a morbidly obese person with food issues about to talk about the struggles. This isn't part of a cycle. This is just me opening up. I really would rather not open up, but I just feel like I owe it to you guys and to myself to be completely transparent in my weight loss journey here on YouTube. So last Wednesday on November 3rd, I weighed in at 504.0, and I would like to make it known that I do weigh myself completely naked, but when I was doing the weigh-ins for y'all, I was holding my phone. My phone usually weighs 0.4. So I am now officially going to be logging just without my phone, since I no longer take pictures. And that's up to you guys to decide whether you believe my weigh-ins or not, because I know there's some people who don't believe in them, but after this weigh-in, I think you will start to believe me. Because if I was lying, I wouldn't want to admit to what I'm about to tell you. So November 3rd, I weighed in at 503.6, and on that day, I had 1,445 calories. Next day, November 4th, I weighed in at 403.2, which was down 0.4. That day, I had 1,565 calories. November 5th, I weighed in at 504.0, which was a 0.8 gain. And I was really confused. I kept asking myself, like, what is happening?
If you've ever watched My 600-Pound Life, you know that this is a common theme where they're just this magical person gaining weight out of thin air. It's not true. She's secretly eating, or she's not properly counting her calories, or yeah, she's just, I remember one time she said, like, I don't count sauces, or I don't count grease, you know, like oil and stuff like that. That sort of stuff sneaks up on you, especially with all this stupid fucking coffee that she's drinking that she doesn't even like. She's drinking that creamer. I bet you anything she's not counting it. There's just such an astronomically small chance that she actually is eating around 1,000 calories and not losing an exorbitant amount of weight in the week span.
So on Friday, which was November 5th, I did end up going to a friend's house where I told myself I'm going to stay on track. But it seems like whenever I'm hanging out with friends, like we do a lot of social eating, and the unhealthy part of my brain kind of gave into that. So I fell off track. November 6th, I did not weigh in because I was not home. I was at a friend's house, and again, I was off track. I ate fast food. I just ate junk, lots of sodium, and my body was truly not used to it, because when I stepped on the scale the next day, it wasn't pretty. November 7th, I weighed in at 508.8, which was a 4.8 weight gain.
When it suits her, Amber will tell you, I lose weight very easily. It just falls right off of me when I'm on track. And I think that she uses that in her own mind as an excuse to be off track. She's like, well, it'll be easy to take this off, so let me enjoy these nachos. Let me enjoy this cheesy bread. Even though I'm off track right now, the rest of the week I'll be good.
I was so upset, but I just like couldn't get my brain in gear, so it was another day off track. I find it very hard to get back on track when I kind of veer off the path that I'm supposed to be on. It's frustrating. I know it's because fast food and takeout food can very much be addictive. So when I start giving myself those things, I wake up and the next day I want more. So on November 8th, I didn't weigh in because I was honestly scared, but that day I ate 1,500 calories. The next day on November 9th, I weighed in at 511.8, which was another 3.0 weight gain. I have been trying to learn more about my body and really paying attention to what like sodium and water intake does to me. So even though I was on track the day before with only 1,500 calories, the fact that I had so much junk and sodium the days prior showed up on the scale hardcore.
Notice how she says she's interested in tracking her macros and sodium because she doesn't know how it affects her body, in the same breath as saying that sodium and junk food really blow her up, so that's why she gained weight. Okay, so if you know that sodium does that to your body, then you're responsible for keeping track of it and avoiding it.
So on that day, I had 1,890 calories. So today, November 10th, you guys, y'all, okay, this is pretty amazing. I weighed in at 507.4, so overnight I lost 4.4 pounds. And I know exactly what happened. Not only was I back on track, counting them calories, I did my exercises, I did more stair flights than usual, but y'all, I drank so much water. This is gonna sound really bad, but I probably only drink about 2 cups of water a day. So I retain a lot of water, and having lymphedema causes even more fluid retention and water retention. So as someone with lymphedema, I already need to be drinking a little bit more water. Yesterday, I decided my goal is to drink 8 cups of water. I drank 8 cups of water, and I peed all day. Again, this is not really something I want to admit to, but normally I pee when I first wake up, 1 time during the day, and right before I fall asleep. That's only 3 times, which is really bad. But yesterday, I could easily say I peed like 8 times, and it felt pretty great. So this week, I have gained 3.8 pounds. In total, I have lost 65 pounds. I've been getting a lot of questions of why do I use my highest weight as a starting point. About 2 years ago, I weighed 572.4. 5 months ago, I was 569. I was only 3 pounds away from my heaviest. So yes, that is my starting weight. If 569 was my starting weight from 5 months ago, then okay, cool. I'm down 62 pounds in total. So as I'm learning more about my body, which I have honestly been loving because I feel like it's a lot of self-care. When you learn about your body and your mind and the way that it works, I honestly feel like that's where more progress is coming from. So I feel like for me, a big thing is sodium. As you guys know, I have been counting calories in a notebook, but I am actually going back to my FitnessPal. The reason why is because I want to know my sodium intake. I'm also very curious about my protein, my fat, my carbs. And if you guys want to add me on my FitnessPal, you always can. My name on there is Hello Honeydew, HELLOHONEYDEW. I'm sure you guys know how to spell that, but you never know. So honestly, my only goal for this week, drink more water, keep exercising, count them calories on my FitnessPal, and I want to reach my lowest weight. So it would be like a 502 moment. If it was a 502.4, that means I would be exactly down 70 pounds, and I'd love to be able to come on here and tell you guys that. In the past, if you guys have been watching me long enough, you know that I would give up after any failure situation. But now it's like, when things like this happen, this only makes me want to do better and get better. I think that right there just goes to show how much I have changed.
She's hitting the copium hard with this one.
Do not be too disappointed because I'm hoping to come back next week with a good weigh-in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
I don't know about y'all, but I feel very inspired. No, but thank you so much for joining me, watching this retro react. I really appreciate your view. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. Make sure you also comment and like the video. It helps grow the channel, and it fills my heart with joy. I love hearing from you guys. Let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye, guys.